Welcome to the Practiceology 7 Questions in 7 Minutes podcast. I'm your host, Paul Wright. In this podcast, we share the secrets of elite allied health business ownership and teach you the strategies, tactics, and mindset needed to grow a highly profitable and successful allied health business that works without you. If you'd like to work directly with the Practiceology team and receive personal coaching and mentoring to help you earn more, work less, and enjoy your life as a health business owner, visit mypracticeology.com to find out more and apply. All right, in today's episode, I've tracked down Steve Wilkinghoff. Steve, thanks for joining us on the podcast.
Thanks, Paul. Thanks for having me. I'm super excited to be here.
I'll do the formal introduction of Steve. His background has evolved from a CPA and partner in a national accounting firm to best-selling author and business analytics expert, which is why he's here today. He brings over 20 years of experience running analytic projects inside private equity firms, operations and CFO roles, advising small and mid-sized private companies, along with a variety of companies. His work has also spanned the globe: South Africa, Australia, New Zealand, UK, Ireland, Romania, US, and of course, Canada is his home country. There's an obsession with helping small and medium-sized companies succeed at becoming more data-driven. His obsession is evident in his best-selling book, which I love the title of, Found Money: Simple Strategies to Uncover the Hidden Profits and Cash Flow in Your Business. But as I say to all of my guests, Steve, can he deliver this all in 7 minutes?
Challenge has been thrown.
I'll throw it down. All right, you right to go, champ? Your time is about to start.
All right, I'm all set.
All right. Mate, who's your ideal client? Who are you working with?
So ideal client tends to be a professional, usually quite often health practitioners, dentists, chiros, PTs, and they're progressive and they're looking to make more money and particularly cash flow from their practice, and obviously someone that's action oriented. So nothing's more soul crushing than working with someone that won't act on anything.
So question 2, so what problem do you solve for these guys? We're talking cash. What's the problem?
Yeah, well, the problem is there's all sorts of different ways practices suck up cash or don't optimize their cash or their revenue, and they don't know how to go find it. So I help them solve the problem of figuring out, jumping into their data, freeing up more cash in the practice so they actually can take home more or scale the business, whatever they want.
Love it. Well, question 3 with about 6 minutes left. So typical symptoms that practice owners experience when they can't find their cash or they're low on cash. What have we got?
They're working way too hard. They're feeling like they're always, tight at the bank or even overdrawn at the bank. And yet at the same time, they feel like they can't hire anybody new to take some of that workload off them because they're tight on cash. And it just, lack of cash. And we've all been there as business owners, laying awake at night, trying to figure out how to make payroll, how to hire people. It just ripples into so many areas of our life. That's a cash crunch.
I'm just hearing it's constriction. You're constricted by this, which.
Yeah, it's very well said. And everything about your life is constricted.
All right. Well, question 4 then, with about 5 minutes left. Common mistakes that practice owners make when they're trying to solve their cash flow problem. What do we do wrong?
So number 1 is they think it's a banking issue. So they're off to the bank and it's like, look, I need a bigger loan or another loan so I can continue my practice. That's a big mistake because it's usually not the problem. Or they think that they can do it themselves. That's often the risk. Tight on cash, you've got there for a reason because you've had a couple blind spots. So you're probably not going to find them on your own either. And then the third one is thinking the solution is revenue. Most cash crunchers and practices aren't revenue issues. They're management issues and practice management issues.
Wow. All right. Question 5. So with about 4.5 minutes, what's valuable action? What should people do about it? What can they do on their own without you or me?
Yeah. So I tell them to do what I call a client checkerboard, which is you literally take all of your clients, list out what revenue they've done with you over what time period, call them for every month, and also when they paid. You start to get a feel for when cash comes in from your different clients, and you'll see some real good patterns start to appear where certain clients or certain types of clients are way better at providing cash for your practice than other ones are.
So do an audit of who the quality clients are.
Absolutely. And over a beer, I can tell you the story about what we saved the dental practice doing that exact same thing. So it's a very powerful tool to do.
All right. Well, question 6 then, Steve, a free resource. What you guys have always got something great for our audience. What have you got, and how can you help them? Where do they go?
Yeah. So we've got actually a client checkerboard tool, which is kind of an Excel template, got some instructions with it, and you do that, and it sort of sets it out and crunches out what you should be looking at, where to go free up more cash, does some of that heavy lifting for you. And they can just email me for it, and I'll happily send it to them.
Okay. What's the email address? Where do they go to find you? What's the email address?
I guess that's important. So it's
Steve. It's a trick for young. It's a trick for young players. You get on this podcast, and just email me.
Just email me. Call me. It's steve@bizdoggroup.com. So it's steve@bizdoggroup.com.
I love Steve. I love the biz dog. Oh, fantastic. Last question, mate. So what's the one question that I should have asked you to give great value to our audience today?
I think the one great question would be, if I am in a cash crunch in my practice, what's the first 1 or 2 steps I should take? And step one, it's the free tool. Do that cash checkerboard analysis with your clients. And then the second one is stop thinking it's a revenue issue, because often that makes it worse. Companies will start to hire try to get more marketing, go pay more on ads. And if you have an underlying cash flow problem from operations, you're only going to make it worse by being good at marketing.
Fantastic. Where do they get the report again? Where do they go to get the cheat sheet?
So they can just email me, steve@bizdoggroup.com, steve@bizdoggroup.com.
Love it. Finding the missing money in your business. I love it. Well done, Steve. Thanks for joining us on the podcast.
Thanks for having me, Paul. It's been great.
I'll see you all in the next episode.
You bet.
Thanks for joining us on this episode of the Practiceology 7 Questions in 7 Minutes podcast. For more episodes and to subscribe, rate and leave a review, head over to iTunes. And if you'd like to increase your health business profits, reduce your personal work hours, and spend more time with your family and friends, you can find out more about the Practiceology Mentor Program at mypracticeology.com.